The summer of 1959 had been a long and gentle one in Finland, a season of lingering daylight and the scent of pine warming in the sun. At the Tulilahti camping site in Eine Nyyssönen, the air was still and quiet, filled with the low hum of insects and the distant laughter of families enjoying the last days of August. It was a place where people came to escape, to find a small measure of peace by the water's edge. But on the morning of August 28th, that peace was irrevocably shattered. A call to the local police reported a scene of unimaginable horror, a discovery that would plunge the small community and the entire nation into shock and disbelief. The news spread like a chilling fog creeping through the trees and across the still lake. 2 bodies had been found. The idyllic image of Tulilahti was gone, replaced by a dark and troubling mystery. The Tulilahti camping site was, by all accounts, a humble and unassuming place. Not manicured lawns or amenities, but a clearing by a placid lake, wrapped in dense forest. Basic provisions, a communal fire pit, a simple outhouse. Nature was the main attraction. On that August morning, the rustic scene became a place of grim procedure. The area was cordoned off. Murmuring officers and methodical forensics replaced the quiet. The forest's seclusion now seemed to hold a sinister secret. Every snapped twig, every footprint, every ripple became evidence. The victims, Eine Nyyssönen, 21, Riitta Pakkanen, 23, both from Kuopio. They arrived by bicycle seeking a final summer adventure. Eine was a clerk, Riitta a nurse, bright, responsible, full of life. Experienced, well-prepared campers, 2 friends enjoying the outdoors. Laughter mixed with the forest the day before, it was brutally cut short. To understand what happened, investigators built a meticulous timeline. Eine and Riitta began their cycling tour on August 22nd, documented in postcards home. Their path traced through North Karelia, cheerful, carefree days. On August 27th, they arrived at Tulilahti, set up their tent, and prepared for night. The window for the crime was tragically narrow. They were seen until early evening, last reliably at their tent around dusk. The next morning, their bodies were discovered by a local boy searching for a ball. The murders occurred overnight, late on the 27th or early on the 28th. Some heard nothing. Others recalled a muffled cry, a motorboat on the lake, hurried movements in the woods. Riitta was killed inside the tent, likely in her sleep. A sudden, violent attack. Evidence suggested Eine had been awake. She was pursued and killed outside, then moved and hidden in a shallow, marshy grave. A desperate flight under cover of darkness. Were both acts committed by one killer, or was the scene more complex? Chaos and control, frenzied and methodical, deepening the enigma. Investigators had a timeline, but not a face. The open, natural scene was hard to preserve. Rain likely erased crucial traces. Forensic science in 1959 lacked DNA. Fingerprints worked only on smooth surfaces. Still, they painstakingly collected anything out of place. Near Eine's grave, distinctive rubber boot prints that matched no known camper or responder. Police traced models and distribution, a monumental rural task. A stray button, a single unidentified hair, small but tantalizing. Some belongings were missing, a wallet, a watch, Eine's camera. Robbery was possible, but the brutality seemed disproportionate. Autopsies showed blunt force trauma and stabbing. The weapon was never found. Items were seized, but forensic limits prevented a conclusive match. The killer either took the weapon or hid it so well it would never be recovered. Investigators cast a wide net, focusing first on men at the campsite that night. Local loggers, farm hands, men by the shore. Their interactions drew suspicion. Alibis were scrutinized, homes searched, intense questioning, yet no concrete link. Focus soon centered on Runar Holmström, a kiosk keeper with a violent past, seen wandering near Tulilahti. Under pressure, he gave conflicting accounts and confessed, but with inconsistencies that did not match the scene. He was tried and acquitted. His later suicide left lingering suspicion. Years later, Hans Assmann, a German-born immigrant, became a person of interest. Rumors cast him as spy, even former Nazi. He matched a general description seen nearby. His wife said he returned with dirty clothes and erratic behavior. He owned a car like one seen speeding away. He was never charged. Many leads followed. The mysterious driver, the owner of the boots, men with grudges. Each a thread to a dead end. Possibilities multiplied. Evidence stayed scant. Theories flourished. Proof did not. It was one of Finland's most intensive investigations. The National Bureau of Investigation took charge. Top detectives deployed. A command post rose near the scene. Information gathering began. Officers mapped the shore, divers swept the lake, and constables combed the forest in grids. Hundreds were questioned repeatedly, using psychological pressure by modern standards. Holmström endured isolation and relentless interviews. His dubious confession raised reliability concerns. Pressure to solve the case was immense and sometimes misdirecting. The distinctive boots became central. Police canvassed shops and factories, appealing to the public. Leads on the missing camera were chased everywhere, to little result. The case stalled. Holmström's acquittal sent them back to square one. The killer remained a ghost, enough for suspicion, not enough for conviction. The investigation had tried everything they could. The primary question is the identity of the killer. Was it a local who knew the terrain? Someone who could move through dark woods? Or a stranger passing through, seizing a violent opportunity and vanishing? The evidence is ambiguous enough to support both. Hiding Eine suggests local familiarity. The randomness and brutality suggest an outsider. Was it robbery? If so, why such extreme violence? 2 murders over a wallet or a camera? If sexual assault was a motive, the forensics of the time could not prove it. 1 victim in the tent, the other pursued and hidden. 2 moments of attack, or 2 attackers. The burial suggests time, yet it was hasty. Careful concealment and frenzied violence defy a simple profile. Did the killer keep it as a trophy, destroy it, or lose it? The film might have held the killer's image, a haunting possibility. As years passed, the case shifted from active to cold. Files were stored, evidence catalogued, investigators reassigned or retired. Families began a long vigil for justice across generations. New detectives reopened the file, hoping fresh eyes might see what others missed. DNA promise in the 90s met degraded, contaminated samples. Hope flickered, then dimmed. Journalism, authors and amateurs kept the case alive, but sometimes blurred fact and speculation, elevating figures like Hans Assmann to near myth. In 2025, it remains officially unsolved, a sobering reminder that some mysteries endure. Yeah, it's really a sobering reminder. We have walked the quiet campsite, examined faded photographs, and listened to echoes of the past. We know who the victims were, where they were found, and roughly when they died. We have a handful of clues: boot prints, missing items, a button, a cast of suspects, but none conclusively tied. The investigation hit a wall for over 65 years. The sequence of the night, the missing weapon, and the camera's secrets still haunt this story. This cold case countdown is an invitation to look again with fresh eyes. Like, subscribe, and comment below with your theory. Who do you think is responsible for the Tulilahti murders?